Expression on this map. We saw fantastic examples from that recently with the likes of Cloud9 versus Greyhound, but hopefully we'll see a more balanced affair here with OG versus niko, who will start on the T side. No P250s for the Terror squad. Shout out to the Rat group as well. We begin the pistol frag for either side, but with Regali being dropped in mid, NEOFRAG is, before I can even finish his name, he will fall as well. To the likes of Buddha, who starts off hot. That's what you want to see, consistency from the likes of Buddha.
Oh, try sneaking in. niko can do nothing about it. And a great start here for niko. Just those mid fights were so strong. I mean, OG had the read. You can look at the minimap where all those X's are for the CTs. They had a decent stack in place. They just lose so many of those fights. niko get out through mid. And Fiku just hoping he gets given a couple of fights. Oh, it's awkward shooting the back of the head, but Try finds it eventually. Nice little start there for niko.
Very nice indeed.
I like how we've converted you to niko for this event as well, instead of the Z.
It's an NA event, you know. Got to give it up.
Well, they're definitely not catching any Zs right now. They're not sleeping at the start of this one. We have got a force buy from OG, though. Oh, and a little lurk smoke there thrown by flameZ. He's trying to make sure he holds on to mid. Meanwhile, niko outside B right now. They're setting up their utility into the B site.
And in they go. Fiku still here for the time being, behind the smoke with his Desert Eagle. Falling back now. Potential boost, maybe? David clearing things out in the meantime. There is the boost from flameZ. Going fishing. Only boots for him so far. No fishies taking a bite. Bomb is planted for niko. And it seems OG will look to reset in the next round. So the options are go for one force buy, everyone dies, and the next round is niko, or accept you've lost position and try to reset the next round. Basically, 2 force buys rather than 1. 2 force buys for the price of 1, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say can't complain. You kind of can complain because you'd rather just win the force buy.
We're English. We can always complain.
Exactly. There's always something to complain about. But they do get to save a few weapons into the subsequent round. I quite like these niko jerseys. They got a
understated.
Nice, yeah, exactly. It's a classy black.
Yeah, understated is good. It's a bit up graphite, ever so slightly.
Sure.
Almost gunmetal.
Yeah,
Gunmetal would be a nice color for a jersey, I think.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Fits the theme nicely.
OG will try to spread the wealth then while keeping the money together for the buy rounds to come. It's a great start for flameZ.
Looks like that same B site execute again from niko.
Keeping it very, very simple indeed, sending it straight in there, but David is stuck trying to avoid the flashbangs, and while he's a sitting duck, niko will deal with him, and Try will fall soon after. Only Max remains. They've barely done any damage, let alone got any kills. They've got 0 for what they've done so far, niko. This will be an expensive lesson for them. It'll be an early one, though. Again, if you're going to have a catastrophe like this, round 3 may be the best time to do it.
It is crazy they don't get a single kill from that round, though. Ouch. I'm sure a lot of guns would have been stolen as well at the end of the round there. Look at OG. They've got Galils aplenty, AK in the mix. And that's just niko lining up 3 deagle shots from the cubby. I think in the previous round, OG didn't have anyone committed to the bomb site. So just having niko there, somehow he's able to line them all up. And now niko have to make sure they win this buy instead. flameZ fighting for mid again. Flash hasn't blinded him, and that's an easy opener.
Yeah, if that flash came from T-spawn, it's likely to flash people on the other side of mid, but with the CTs crossing already, that flash had 0 impact on OG. They have fantastic control at present. Nico's up close by Jag as well. And he's got help from flameZ, had help from flameZ. flameZ is history now. niko pressing in the creep. How far is he going to go? That's very nice from niko. He gets both the kills. Down goes Try also. DGT in a 1 versus 4 then. Suddenly, this has become extremely rough for niko. Early lessons and very painful ones for the T-side squad.
Yeah, that mid control is going to be really important for niko. If they want to commit early in these rounds, they've got to figure out going up against flameZ, because he just did a similar play in the previous round as well with the Deeg, where he got the opening kill on mid. And it just makes it really awkward, because if you don't have that mid control, you can just have this uncomfortable position towards B, where the CTs can attack you from so many angles, and there's not much cover for the T side to work with. So you see OG just able to get all this ground. And nothing for DGT to do but sit back and enjoy the scenery, which I'm sure will look a lot better in CS2.
I can only hope, because this map looks arse.
Yeah, as soon as I said enjoy the scenery, I was like, not much to look at.
Like a capybara's arse, you know? It's like, whatever that looks like. Can't imagine looks good.
Why do you know, James? I was about to say. That'd be your reference.
Specifically.
That is an early timeout. I assume it's niko going for it. I think that's a good decision from niko. These rounds have clearly quickly gone wrong. I think it's obvious they need an adjustment. You can play passively towards mid and B on the T side and then retake the map control later on. But it's not easy to play like that. You have to be a very well-refined team to pull that off. But it is niko's map pick after all. In this round, though, not much to work with. DGT will be the main attraction with the 8K. Again, flameZ getting up through mid. Oh, this time dealt with.
Very nice boost by Try.
Ooh.
DGT will clean up as well. Revenge is possibly here for niko, unless they could deal with NEOFRAG. 2 might be enough. It might be, considering the circumstances, but there are rifles to be collected. And if they are collected, then things will become dramatically more problematic. David's still walking around with a Glock at the moment. So there is a window of opportunity for Fiku and co, but they need to find the right angles at the right time. We can see Try still holding position at present. Everybody separated for all squads. Down goes Try, lurking. That'll be a clue to OG to be a little careful. Things are advancing towards the B bomb site now. David and Max angles are going to be their best friend, because they don't really have the HP to take a fight here. They don't have Kevlar either. They need to be first on the trigger. Fiku creeping forward.
Ooh.
Now he's the man with the kit.
For them? Does look great.
Ooh, Fiku, he's got the information and he's dropped the kit that Regali needs to pick up there. He'll swing wide, get the kill as well. That's a very expensive round. I think niko did a great job, considering that was a hero rifle round, essentially. 4 kills and a bomb plant is awesome.
What's niko up to? Oh, he wants the fist bump. He got it. He got it eventually. No need to worry. Yeah, it's a good round for niko, but it's also a little frustrating they can't close there when they get into that good position. Fair play to OG for coming back into it. I think you see at the end, it's just so hard playing back from that ramp. Hard to play that bomb when it's on the other side. niko feel like they have to fight. We've got the AWP out from Try. We've got mid-control here. DGT just running in with the Galil. Great opener. flameZ still hanging around, but unable to get that frag back. Oh, 1 HP for flameZ, but he does find the response. niko is sneaking out through A, though.
They are creeping. They'll have to wait for that bomb to join them. And it was just getting past the nervous choke point where somebody might be lurking, as you can see on the radar. Buddha quietly making his way over. Doesn't want to run like an elephant and potentially invite a flank. Now NEOFRAG realizes that the bomb site has been compromised. He's got Fiku here for help as well. And now it's just Fiku. And as far as that donut position is concerned, looking for a second frag, finding it as well. Bomb moving forward. Great reposition from Fiku as they try to trade the kill, denying niko. And now things are really hard. DGT with the AWP won't get anything done. And there's a fourth round for OG. Looking kind of strong so far on the CT side, I feel like.
Yeah, they just can't trade Fiku. He does so much work. This is a really sneaky angle initially. It's hard for them to deal with it. They end up lining up. Didn't have the utility to get him out of that. And they're unable to trade effectively enough on the niko side. It didn't look like a bad start to the round, but actually getting onto the bomb sites is proving tricky right now for niko. The OG players are definitely delivering. And speaking of, Regali takes the AWP to mid this time. And already finds an opener. And niko looking for more with this spam. He was getting very close there. Doesn't connect. Oh, there it is. niko was trying hard enough for a smoke kill or a wallbang kill. He finally finds one.
M4A4 gang stand up. See the jiggling from niko now. This is a dry round for them. Very dry indeed.
Light work for OG.
Yeah, no respect shown even in a round like that, which is good. Everything hunted, everyone hunted down. They're not given the space to try and do anything there, which is great to watch. OG in full control in that respect. Let's see what niko have learned in these rounds. They'll be back on the AKs once again.
See that instant top mid smoke lands, but the CTs push through donut instead for this mid control. They really want to take this on the OG side. They're really trying to suffocate niko right now, not give them the early area of the map. That flash blinds them, but they have a smoke of their own. niko struggling to get that map control here. Maybe it is just that decision to set up outside B instead. But OG have kept mid this whole round, so they're playing pretty passively on B, but they've got to be aware this is a possibility right now. Utility coming in. Regali has the AWP. Not going to be easy for him to land shots through the smoke. Maybe they'll try and boost him above. Fiku fighting ahead, but he's alone and he's been dealt with.
I thought he had more time than he did, but Regali is still here, disengaging after dropping Buddha. That's a big name to drop before the bomb has been planted. 40 seconds on the clock. You can see Daviz trying to cover. Bomb has been planted now as flameZ tries to stop DGT, but he'll be denied. niko looking for a third round. They've got a man advantage, which increases as Regali is dropped. 2v3 then for NEOFRAG and niko. niko's taking heavy damage though, but they're getting some kills. DGT and Try dispatched of one after the other. They've got the kits, but will they commit for this one? Seems they're going to start to move away here, especially with niko on 21 HP. Can't really take a fight. So it will be a third round for niko. They'll keep the score close. It's been a struggle, but there's plenty of room for them to secure some rounds in this half yet. And again, doesn't need to look strong, just needs to be successful. They've made these rounds expensive for OG more than once. But Regali still got $10,000 in the bank.
Yeah, this is a nice round from niko. Just getting these clean entries. You know you're in a good position from that point onward. Looked like Fiku kind of got caught in two mines there. There was that gap in the smoke, so I wondered whether he was going to call for his teammates to come and help him on the hold, but just not ready to lock it down on that bomb site. And it seems like that's where most of niko success is coming. When they go for these B plays, the executes generally seem to be going their way. I have to see if OG continue to put so much emphasis on mid instead, or whether they're happy to switch things up. Looks like a mid smoke might have been missed by niko. There's some CT utility trying to fight. Oh, and flameZ and niko just both lining them up. Finally, Tri-Fire's back, but it's not enough here. That top mid smoke missing. I think that's what allowed the crossfire there for OG. They mop up everyone except for David. He hasn't even got the bomb here. That mid control is suffocating right now from OG.
Blink and you'll miss it. Brutal.
Ouch.
Absolutely brutal. This is so like this tournament so far, regardless of the results of the individual matches, has been pretty good for Regali. I imagine people will be taking a closer look at him after this one. A new name to many, a new name to most. Seems pretty chill on land so far. If they do make it to the crowd, then that will be a different scenario. But certainly, he is delivering a trusty pair of hands in what we've seen so far.
Definitely looking good. He was getting some good praise from some of his teammates as well. I know flameZ was saying that he thinks that he can definitely be an exciting AWPer going forwards. He says especially in practice, Regali will oftentimes have really good games. Maybe it's going to take him a little bit of time to transfer it into the top level of competition. But so far has been doing a decent enough job. For niko, though, not the start they wanted here on Ancient. Has looked a little off at some points. We can see this aggressive setup from OG. They're fighting for this A main.
Got a good angle.
Realizes they're close.
Oh, there's a great bait setup though as well. NEOFRAG activating now. That will certainly help, and that will allow Regali to reposition. He just walks back in there though. Wasn't expecting that. I thought he could post up with the AWP somewhere else and hold the bomb site, but now the AWP's been lost. That was not what I was expecting. And with the time on the clock, this will force OG to stretch across both bomb sites. Wherever niko choose to go eventually, surely it's going to be a 3v2 worst case, unless flameZ just goes and chases them down and makes it work. Wow. That's aggressive. He might get another one from as he repositions again and he secured the bomb. flameZ understood the urgency and made a great play. 1 versus 2 then, with 42 seconds on the clock. Fiku's close enough to hear a rotation now as Max continues to hunt, continues to wonder. niko's repositioned, keeping an eye on A-Long. Fiku playing it safe. Max shift walking. May have to run through mid though. And look at Fiku's positioning. He's surely heard the steps now. He can hold an off angle, I think. Starting to creep, and Max is watching it the entire way. The headshot lands regardless. Great presence of mind from flameZ there to rescue the situation and chase a few kills towards the end.
Yeah, fragging-wise, it has been a team effort, but I think flameZ has had a lot of impact in the plays he's making. A lot of his fights towards mid have been big, and in this round, just that aggression, catching a couple of players out. His second fight just goes slightly wider on the angle than David might have been expecting, and that really recovered the round well there for OG. Really been enjoying the level we've seen from flameZ so far here at Dallas. But that was the low buy. This is now the rifle round out for niko. And this time OG playing more passively on mid. The try has found a pick elsewhere. That was AWP v AWP, taking Regali out of the server.
There's a response though from OG.
Straight back.
A big response. They've often got a flurry of kills in this game of Ancient, and there's another one. niko have enough players remaining to still do something here, but as I say that, David will fall. 2v4 is going to be a problem. Try with the AWP. Did he see the second player? flameZ there. flameZ Got to be careful. He's got grenades in his hand, trying to delay try as best he can. The smoke will be crucial. Oh, that was just over his shoulder. Buddha lost in the meantime. Numbers keep dwindling for niko in round 11. He doesn't have the bomb either. I think with this direction, he'll be trying to save. He is still scoped in, which might help him with NEOFRAG if he finds the angle. Not on this occasion. Sounded like he did pick up the AWP towards the end there.
Hope so. Either way, really convincing stuff right now from OG. Even when they lose the opening pick in this round, they quickly bring it back. And yeah, I mean, the team effort on the fragging is always a great sign. Especially when you're playing with a stand-in, you want all your players really delivering and coming up with ideas for the squad. niko again trying to come back to B. We'll see if niko decides to fight for it this time. Just a more passive hold from him. niko will control the cave, and niko's just going to wait for them to come his way. They try and aggress on him, but he deals with them. Still no bomb plant. niko finally falls, but here come the rest of the team. It is a good rotation, a good response. It's just looking really comfortable right now for OG.
Yeah, these fast plays are getting shut down. M4A4 supremacy certainly helps, as well as the T's try to cause chaos. OG handling the issue. And again, with Mirage in their pocket, they've got to be feeling good about things at the moment, but there's plenty of CS to be played. niko could still get 6 rounds out of this half, and maybe that would be enough. Tries on the AWP once again. AKs are out again. Big aggression in mid. This time DGT and David will deal with what needs to be dealt with. That's a fantastic response. We can see niko charging into mid, dropping David, and niko's here as well. OG fighting back once again. They're clustering around that grenade, but it's niko who stand one to the good. niko with the M4A4.
Ooh.
Stuck on his angle. Max pushed that. He would be closer to the corner. So it might be favorable for niko. Waiting for DGT, rings the bell, but can't finish off the job. Regali in the clutch then. Thinking about it. He could still hold on to this AWP. I'm not going to do the math with niko's money for the next 2 rounds.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'd have maybe had a little look. I'd have been really tempted just because their money is so good. But you can understand the save here. Very difficult to win that 1-on-3 retake. Again, though, niko, I mean, even when they win the early fights, OG always seem to find a way to make the round close. They always have their players making plays when they have to, when they realize they're down in numbers. This time, though, niko committed to the open. Try went hunting for the trade. And that was the key fight there. niko hit the dink, but the AK headshot hits harder. So niko finally get a 4th round on the board. They're being taken early this time on the niko side. OG instead stacking 2 players into this position. They're going heavy aggressive out through B. I don't know if that's going to work out for them, though. niko deal with it comfortably. And niko in great shape now in this one.
Late resurgence in the first half from the squad. This could be very costly for OG. They may not have a full buy in the next round if this continues. Everybody's static for niko, but I think OG are realizing this. They're not going to pursue too much. It makes sense that they are being waited for. Sticking together as well. And again, this is maybe in part due to their money. niko look like they might be going straight into Regali here. There are flashes. But will they go in dry? Buddha walks. That's going to be very costly for him. The incendiary is deployed as well. 37 seconds. They've only seen 1 player. They don't know where the other 2 are. The bomb's going to start rotating, though. Protect the VIP with only 1 player on the way, but they don't know. Where could these CTs be? Are they all in the same place? Well, David's surely got the information now that the stack is there, perhaps reading the likelihood of them being together with their money on the line, on the ropes. 2v3. It might be close enough that OG pursue this and lose everything. 2 kits on the players, but will they go for it? There's an AWP on the floor that could be used in the next round as well. Moving forward for the time being. We've got double donut play from niko. There is a smoke for niko, but there's plenty of spray to come their way as well. Oh boy, he's walking away. And they're walking in.
To save?
DGT is walking away from Donut. They're going to ninja this, aren't they? They are going to ninja this. Are they going to get on the bomb? The smoke might give the game away. flameZ has got the angle. No one can get there in time. It's daylight robbery from OG. Oh, niko. You have the money. There's no need to leave. They can all fall by this round anyway. That's embarrassing.
That's unreal. That's unreal, man. How do they just mistime that so badly? Oh, you hate to see it. You really hate to see it.
On that.
Should not be happening, man. I feel like you always have just at least one player, at least, at a minimum. But I think it's because OG didn't show for so long. I guess niko just got ahead of themselves. You can't afford to do that at this level. And now last round of the half, 5 is the best they can hope for.
Well then, it's going to be before the flash goes off that Max goes for the wide swing. His existence will be a painful and brief one in round 15. Again, it's a slaughterhouse. Bring them in on meat hooks, one by one into this bomb site. They won't last long. 1v4 for DGT. Almost like they can smell him. And there it is, 11-4 for OG at halftime. Maybe that second last round indicative of the struggle niko's may have after the break. A frustrating way for niko to end the first half. A chance of a comeback. They put OG on the ropes. They had some promising rounds towards the end and a chance for 6, but instead it's 4. Pistol round becomes all the more urgent now as Max pulls out the Julies for the CT side of niko. Very much a OG looking much, much stronger, and the odds will reflect that as well. David drops immediately. Regali's going to have the P250. The raid boss, 14 for 5 now. He leads the kill feed for the whole server. Fiku fishing as well. P250, most balanced gun in a game. Pays for itself with 1 frag immediately. Doubles your 1-shot range over a Glock when there are no helmets. flameZ took one in the face. We'll talk about that one later as Buddha and co try to get back onto this B bomb site. We've got DGT moving through mid. Fiku drops in the meantime, leaving NEOFRAG isolated. He falls to Buddha as well. They're going 1 by 1. OG are falling to pieces on this B bomb site after planting the bomb. And now Regali's got to do it all himself. He needs the ace to keep his team in this one. Down to the 1v1. DGT on the bomb. He doesn't have a kit. He is holding it. The flash is here, and he is not coming off this bomb. And then Regali doesn't have the angle. He doesn't have the angle. Oh, well, how about that for robbery? We can do it as well, they say. He'll get the ace, but not the round.
What a sad ace. He did so much work. They push in. Regali has to do it all himself, but he just doesn't have the angle for the bomb. And I think he was hoping that flash would just maybe cause some sort of reaction, but no. No reaction, just a full stick and a much-needed pistol. I mean, you go straight for the force buy, of course. And niko, I mean, they've invested into rifles, but the utility is awkward. And look at the flashes for flameZ. Mac-10 flies out through mid. The flank comes in, but Mac's only able to get 1 before they bypass him. Has to try and hold it himself, and he's not able to do so. flameZ is on an absolute tear.
flameZ is ridiculous at this point, I have decided. From the Mac-10 to the MP9. M4 swung out to try and do what they can. Not over yet, though. Buddha, again, the man for niko, can only last so long as Regali will put him out of his misery. A disastrous game of Ancient then from one half to another for niko.
I can't believe flameZ makes the SMGs look so clean. He just doesn't stop. Doesn't stop at any point.
They almost lined up for niko through the smoke as well, but they ended up lining up for flameZ. The transfer, the distance of that second kill with the Mac-10 is kind of ridiculous. You don't see that so often with that weapon. It sucks from that range.
Yeah, not easy to control at medium to long range, but that spray was fantastic. And now niko, they have pistols. They're going to go aggressive out through B, but OG have already taken mid. So niko know it's not B right now. That could be useful info. They're even trying to flank here. This is a little uncomfortable for OG.
Target practice for Regali, who will continue. NEOFRAG here to trade. OG have got the numbers in the right places. niko knows that the bomb has been spotted, though, so that will be a little nervous. We do have a lurker in towards this site. Regali drops. Knives are out. We don't know where that second player is. And that's going to be the bomb planted, but the carrier dropped. Fiku, great punish onto Buddha. Down to the 1v1 now. Needs to try and find a safe position for himself. Eats the flashbang. But saw nobody was there. How vulnerable is he, though, as DGT starts to creep forward? 42 HP. I think he may have given the sound away. Fiku's got great shadow advantage as well. This is a really good angle for him if he were pushed. DGT putting a smoke on the bomb, and that's a massive headshot from him. 6 rounds on the board for DGT then. And his team of niko. Man, these are some back and forth rounds in his second half.
Fiku just assumed he could get the drop on DGT once he heard the smoke. But he peeks out as the AK is whipped out in front of him. And niko just getting all this B info makes it awkward. It just makes it difficult for OG to know exactly what's going on. And maybe they miscommunicate. Maybe they miscalculate. That's that final shot before the smoke blooms. Brilliant round from niko. So back and forth, though. And that could still continue because OG have got a buy of their own, still a couple of AKs, and straight into B.
Oh, they've heard it. Max and Buddha with 3 with the MP9. Buddha's so good. He's always fragging. He's so important in every round, it feels like. That is so brief. That was a fast round that has busted the money for OG entirely. This is wild. This is so fast on the second half.
Oh, that's a crazy spray transfer with the MP9 as well. Man, these pros are getting good with the SMGs. I have not bothered to learn the MP9 spray pattern that much, I'll tell you that. But at this level, you have to. That is so impressive. And, well, look at what it leads to. Full Glocks. OG will just try and send it out onto A. They'd love a bomb plant. Ooh, maybe they'll get one.
21 kills for Ogali. Just about achieved the minimum. Really on the corner there. What's on the corner of a chessboard? Which one is it? The castle dude.
The rook.
Is that the castle?
Yes.
Not a chess man.
I don't mind a bit of chess. I'm terrible at it, but...
Planted on the corner.
I know the rules, you know.
Like a rook. There's one for the future.
Like all right. Not bad.
Suddenly the score is close enough. Close enough for niko to suddenly be a threat. The T side was a nightmare, but maybe the CT side can turn into a dream. Somewhat crazy at present. But there's time for things to calm down. They have to calm down eventually, surely. The whole half can't be like this. It would be cool if it was, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain. Oh, look at this boost.
This is a nice boost. DGT will get what he's looking for and manage to escape. It's a high variance game of Ancient in this half, it feels like. But it is.
flameZ is off, though. flameZ has just pushed top mid. I don't think they realized, because they had their boost on mid themselves. Oh, okay. Now they've spotted flameZ. There's so much going on the map. OG are just now starting to take control towards B. Oh, but niko's not ready for the push.
Great timing for niko. All right, then. There's some sound cues for flameZ, but he's losing players so fast. They've lost the bomb also. And even flameZ will fall. Look, listen. Well, you can't hear it, but you can see it. Can almost hear it through my screen. The pop-offs there, the energy rising for niko. They're like, yes, we are in this one.
Go.
Didn't feel like they were in the first half, but that war of attrition in the second is being won by niko. Beautiful.
Second shot. Try almost peaks before he can even fire off that second AWP shot. But he's so quick with it.
Not the best
Shout
demeanor over there.
That round, by the way. That was so much going on all over the map. And we got to see a lot of it.
Feel like the body language is changing somewhat on the OG side, as it is on the niko side. Maybe that energy rising audibly, vocally from niko. Maybe getting into the heads of OG, who perhaps will feel like they should have closed this one out by now. Their success has come to a resounding halt for the time being. But it wasn't the best buy where they found success in mid, and it might not be the best buy where they find it again. Regali, of course, 23 kills for him. It's almost a repeat of what we saw with the Mac 10. Just a different player, different tool. Buddha is here early, and the bomb is at his feet. That does not bode well for OG. 2v3. flameZ doesn't have Kevlar. Max pre-firing around the corner, taking the rifle out of their hands. And it gets harder for OG now. Buddha will continue looking for flameZ as the last man who has his back but can't find the angle that he needs. Can't find a crosshair placement. Got a few 1v1s as he tries to land. He's got a minute to try and land a headshot here to dance around. The HE will maim him down to 5 HP and even less now as Max will finish off the job. 3 kills for them, looking dangerous, but niko survived the test essentially.
Yeah, just about able to survive it. flameZ given a chance at the end there, but once you miss those first shots, that first opportunity becomes really hard once you've got the two CTs ganging up on you. Saw how difficult they made it for him to isolate those fights. Is now the guns out from OG though, and some good utility early towards mid. Gali will take a nade for his troubles. flameZ has got out into position. So these two smokes will allow mid to be taken over. Again, OG putting emphasis onto this area of the map. And oh, flameZ goes all the way through. And Buddha was not ready for that.
Denial of information being attempted by flameZ now, but DGT is in position. He knows no one has crossed just yet. Regali being dropped in the middle of mid makes things awkward for niko as the bomb carrier now. He'll head towards NEOFRAG around the B bomb site. In the meantime, flameZ is cutting off that rotation. He needs to be dealt with by DGT, and that's exactly what will happen. Jumping out of there, but sees no trade frag up, and that will instill some more confidence. That's some good information for him as well. So we see OG creeping into the B bomb site. What will Max choose to do? He's wondering about his right-hand side. No one's there, but he doesn't know that. As niko goes in, and he'll fall to a team kill in the end. DGT now thins the numbers yet more. NEOFRAG in the clutch. 1v3, 39 seconds on the clock. Needs to rescue this bomb, but there are CTs everywhere. They are swarming OG now from round to round. Suddenly, the deficit is reduced to 1.
Can see OG in these last couple of rounds really trying to use flameZ as a nuisance in and around mid, trying to see if he can make those rotations difficult. But niko are always winning that key fight, and it's allowing them to get back to that other bomb site in time. You see these rotations coming through really effectively. So the question is, do OG have more depth on their T side? Because this mid control is not getting them rounds right now. Do they fall back on something else? We'll wait and see. It's pistols in this one. Did some decent damage with the pistols previously. But niko have been winning so many rounds in this second half. Their money is not an issue right now. Just a 1T round so far from OG, and that was in that early portion of this second half, right? Went back and forth briefly. The gun rounds have been all niko. And we'll see if they can hold this A site this time, because Try is in the right place with this ult.
Out early before the flash goes off. Has he made enough space for his squad to try and get a bomb plant? Doesn't look likely with the AWP in Try's hands. NEOFRAG then. Lots of work for him to do. David gives him some warning shots. It's jiggling left and right. It's a nice headshot from NEOFRAG, but he won't get any further. Suddenly the score is tied. OG's backs are to the wall now. Their lead has been lost.
Got to pull something out here. This is where I wouldn't be surprised to see a switch up in approach from OG. This is another timeout from OG. Pretty sure they took one not too long ago. Or it could be niko calling for the pause. We don't know. But they're getting the chance to talk things through, so hope to see OG improving. It is their timeout. I'm not sure what the answer will be here. They're getting the mid control. I wonder if they maybe just take that and go back to a B bomb site play. Those executes can be pretty strong sometimes. But hard for OG to find the solution right now. flameZ not positioned towards mid this time. So I think OG's focus might be elsewhere.
Time to dig deep.
Oh,
bring something new to the table.
niko, though. They've pushed all the way through A.
And niko's going to be in some trouble here.
Oof.
In a lot of trouble. Surely that forces the issue here now as Try has a great spot. Drops the smoke into the molly, goes back, and all the frags are going the way of niko. OG had run out of ideas, it seems, run out of frags. Ideas, at least that will thwart the intentions of niko, who are really firing on all cylinders now. A great timing to go for that push through 8. Throw something funky themselves into the mix and look at the result of it. Perfect timing to shut down OG.
Yeah, I love that from niko. That's so smart because you know that OG have taken the time out to try and switch something up. So you just do something completely different. You just play really disruptive. That's got to be so annoying from OG because you take the time out to talk about what you want to change. You don't really get the chance to implement it. You lose that map control elsewhere. You're forced into B, into the AWP that's waiting for you. And now they have pistols. OG in real trouble here in their second half. They've only got 1 T round so far.
Game of CT sides then. So G will have similar struggles on their T side to niko. Yeah, those really rough pushes into the B bomb site from niko. Looking super difficult for OG as well on their T side now. Okay, Regali again. I'm telling you, I feel like... Oh my God, Regali, what are you up to here? From the M4 to a third Deagle kill, and he's looking for an ace. He's turning things around versus Try, who has to find 2 frags here. NEOFRAG on the reload, quickly dealt with. Oh, the timing is so perfect. Stuck on the bomb and stops the highlight. But Regali is crazy in this game.
He's tried everything. He's trying absolutely everything in that round, and it's still not enough. Look at these shots. That's ridiculous. No way. That first shot was unreal. And he steals the M4 back to the D.
Oh my God.
That is nasty.
He's so quick.
But I mean, shout out to Try as well. What a smart play, sneaking behind the box. Just catches both of them out. And niko still win the round.
Winning the crucial round there. Oh my God. I'm still recovering from the efforts of Regali. Instant trade from Buddha. Try in trouble now, trying to make it back to the side, but he is the bait as well. The trigger discipline from DGT will be instrumental in that situation. They'll retain a man advantage despite losing Try there. How long will they retain it for? Got to be really careful about these dicey engagements. Both trying to pre-fire each other, both dancing left and right. Fiku looking for more players. Bomb hasn't been shown just yet. It's in the hands of Regali. How do they plant it? They do have a smoke, just the one. What angle do they find? Clearing the path to CT, being flashed off the angle. This is killing time as well. This is allowing his teammate to get into better positions. But where is his teammate? That's a question for OG. Is he Temple? Is he in Donut? Such a strong angle for Buddha as well. Just jiggling constantly as Fiku looks away at the wrong time. Regali's got 25 seconds! The clutches were going to come eventually, and there's a big one for him. 31 frags for Regali.
Regali with a statement game right now. His biggest LAN he's played to date. And look at the performance he's having. At first, I thought he made the mistake of not fully clearing that corner, but he trades his teammate, and he's still able to bring it back onto the second angle. Fantastic close-range AWPing from Regali. Finally, a round for OG, thanks to the stand-in. They need more where that came from. The fact that Regali might have to do more than 30 just feels so harsh on him, but still down a round here.
This is an utterly ridiculous performance, but they may still lose. They've lost NEOFRAG, 4v5 now for OG. We just got to be careful about the barrel Well, the silencer rather.
Ooh, no.
Oh, the bomb is here. And there aren't players with it. They're pushing into the side, but they've got so much work to do, and they're doing it. Buddha's been dropped, and Regali's got the angle. Regali makes it a 3v2. Pre-fire from Fiku. He sees enough to finish off the job there. That incendiary will tell them where Max is. Hyper-focused on his screen, leaning so far forward. Really got to be focused here. 2 more to find. Fiku's got the angle, and the score is...
An angle this time, not having to go too crazy. They're able to just brute force their way into the bomb site. I was concerned the bomb was going to get lost, but flameZ did a really important job there, getting those kills back. We're tied up, and both teams low on cash. Both teams with a small losing bonus. This round is absolutely everything, and it's the A-sided play from OG. Into the AWP of Try.
What do they make of the silence? niko. The flash is here, and OG aren't the trade. Regali's still alive, and that might be huge for them. Looking around the boxes. The CTs are on the way. Perfect time for a collateral for niko. 2v4 for OG. They can't afford to lose this round. Potentially a disastrous situation for them. niko's rotating far away while NEOFRAG's posted up in Donut. 1 minute on the clock. They need a mistake from niko. They don't have that can opener Regali alive in the remainder of this round. 33 kills for him. But he's done all he can on this occasion. The meal deal for Try, the hunger buster, 2 for 1. At the perfect time on the cusp of game points. NEOFRAG will try to show some presence now, but there's a 2-man push in A long, and he hasn't heard this. He's going to find an empty bomb site, but what does the bomb do? EGT starting to rotate back. He might find a perfect angle for NEOFRAG. Oh, he hasn't. He's playing passive. This is getting weird now. 27 seconds, and NEOFRAG will go for the flank, but what does he make of no one being on the A bomb site if they're going to make the play towards B? David's going to drop! And Buddha's got the 5-7, but if there was one man to do it on niko and stop this bomb from being planted, it was probably going to be him. 3 players alive. They have to believe that somebody else is here. The angle's being held by NEOFRAG. The bomb's being planted. Just as he looks away, niko in a clutch now. 1v2. And down he goes. It will be game point to niko first.
OG nearly makes something of the round. NEOFRAG just finding that awkward timing window. You saw David thought it was impossible for someone to have snuck through the A site in behind. But it's still not enough with such little time left on the clock. niko have players in position. Buddha just plays it really smart. Just waits to see that the bomb is committed. And then NEOFRAG was trying to move away, trying to get to a better post-plant position. So he got caught off guard. And the rest of niko also bought enough time to arrive. Opportunity knocks for niko. Can they step up to win their map pick? It was looking so bad for them in the first half. They were down heavily. They were down 11-4. They brought it back, and credit to them. They've looked really good bringing it back to this position. Showed a lot of composure, especially against Regali's 33 kills. And Paul Regali doesn't even get the AK. Khalil for him in round 30.
He doesn't just have the highest kills, he has the lowest deaths as well. On the server, he's got more than double his deaths, he's got the least deaths and the most kills. This is not a stat you see often. I can't think of a single time. Let's see if flameZ can do more now, creeping forward, and DGT will be traded. Advantage OG, 4-on-3. Oh, that pre-fire is so dangerous. David absorbs a bullet. He may get some sound cues, but the rush onto the A bomb site is on. The split is on for OG, and it's 4v3. niko have to go for this. This is, of course, the last round of normal time. That smoke is perfectly timed as David tries to make a play, creeping through the smoke or into the smoke. Not going all the way, though, especially with these numbers up for OG. David, Try, and Buddha. How do you deal with this angle, though, from Fiku? 1v2 for Buddha. Smoke. Can he defuse that from around the corner, I wonder? Trying to find it in the smoke. Is there any way he can make this happen? Not on this occasion. We will head to overtime then. Perhaps a sigh of relief for OG.
Yeah, just able to find those fights on mid and then quick call into the A-bomb site. I thought we might see the risky smoke push, and it might have actually worked, but it's just such a gamble. Not a gamble that niko wanted to take. And OG in such a powerful post plant, they're able to bring us to overtime. niko played a pretty drawn-out series against Fnatic. They had to grind in that one. They know what it is like to play these close maps. This time it's overtime, and it's niko trying to force the issue. But Buddha up against him. Man advantage, niko.
OG aggressively looking to book it into this A-bomb site. They've got choke points to deal with, though. That's one of them dealt with. Buddha will be dropped in the meantime. There is a flank coming in from Max if the CTs can delay. Not sure if that's possible. The bomb is well and truly on that bomb site at the moment. There's Regali gone as the bomb is planted. David lost on the other side, 3v3 as we've got flanks on flanks. 2 players in Donut. NEOFRAG coming in from the back, but Max is looking for a flank. NEOFRAG eliminating him immediately, looking to pick up the AWP or get there eventually. Angles on Temple will be very strong indeed. Big swing from DGT. Knew what the threat was, couldn't do anything about it. Try in a clutch then, moving towards Donut. He doesn't have a kit in this round. There is one close to him, but I don't see him getting any work done here. It looks like niko were promising for that first round of overtime, but it will be stolen by OG.
Yeah, this might become a war of attrition now. The fact that Max even looked for the flank was impressive, but just didn't have the right feel for the timing. NEOFRAG had already snuck into position. And they still have timeouts here for overtime, which is always nice. niko will take one. But I think you can see on their faces the stress on display right now, especially when it's your map pick. You definitely feel like you need to pull something through here. You wonder where, heading into overtime, whether it is a position that OG will be a little more comfortable in, a little more experience on the team. It looks like it might be a scrap in overtime, though, based on that first round. And I don't think OG would mind that, especially with how Regali's been playing. Let's see if they can keep it up. 3B early for niko. No aggression, though. It's the mid-fights that come through instead. NEOFRAG has got his way forward. And wow, he was getting flanked, but he actually managed to hit the headshot there.
DGT with concerns towards A-Long now. I wonder if he's going to go for a push here. He is. He's running straight in there. They need information, niko. This is a great way to find it. He's going to have a strong angle as well. Fiku was basically playing this in the last round, post-plant. Look how he shows the elbow, though, Fiku. He's so smart. He knows how to play that angle on both sides. Like the spot from Buddha. But will it be successful for him? That is a hell of a bounce. And that's going to ruin the Molotov. What are the chances of that? That gives Buddha more room than he was expecting. Can't do anything with it just yet, though. Fiku starts to look for that flank as NEOFRAG will be posted up in Donut. He has tried creeping towards his position with an AWP. Who's going to be the initial engager then? Try's going to try, no pun intended, to force NEOFRAG into his reticle. Nothing doing just yet. Showing some more presence then, trying to draw attention from the squad. Does he believe Donut's empty? He's not fully clearing this. They are running out of time as well. NEOFRAG! Oh, that was a scary one. Regali, a rare miss from him. 2v2. Bomb is ticking. Only Max has a kit. He's the one close, and he will drop then. Leaving Buddha in the clutch, but he can only pad the stats briefly as OG go 2 for 2.
Like Max changed weapons when trying to just tap the bomb. Always awkward. But these A-sided plays looking good for OG right now. Back-to-back rounds where they take A. Not the cleanest kill of NEOFRAG's career, but he'll take it. Yeah, Max there, just so unfortunate. You change weapons. Time was low anyway. Would have been hard to stick that bomb in time. But OG, back-to-back rounds on A. Can they go for the clean sweep here in overtime? Nades on mid. OG want to take control, and DGT's stuck right now.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Now, do they try and help him? Do they try and protect him? Or do they leave him to die? How does he escape that? Stuck in the corner there, using his util, but he's still stuck in that corner. Buda will get the first kill then. Starting to clear out this mid position, but there are still plenty of OG players here. Regali's here with the AWP. flameZ will drop, leaving only 2. niko desperately need one of these CT rounds. NEOFRAG down to 15. Regali creeping in mid. He spotted Max. I don't know if Max saw him back. Still got the AWP. He has sound cues towards A. I don't know if he identifies that that's a second player or if he thinks that's the same player. Based on NEOFRAG heading towards A briefly, I did wonder, but perhaps they are thinking it's 2 players there. Regali will be spotted and swatted by Max then. And it's down to NEOFRAG with 15 HP in the clutch here. Again, niko really need a round. And they'll get one.
USP out for the final kill. But it does enough, and niko again get to hype themselves up. That's an incredible shot from Buda. And then David was boosted up, and once the smoke faded, he figured he could just take that fight onto niko. Gave them such an advantage on the CT side. Even with Regali trying to sneak through, he gets found out. And that is the round that niko were looking for. Still need more where that came from, though. First to 19 right now in our first overtime. Boost up for try. There is CT waiting for him. Regali has the AWP on the other side, but they're trading flashes. So Try gets posted up on the angle. Regali doesn't care, though. He fights him anyway, and he just wins it.
Regali on LAN. Unreal. But the job's not done yet. Look at this push, a 3-man push. Maybe 2 of them were seen on a def cam, and niko don't really have the positions to do anything about this. They like to hold. They did hold. And then they had to hold some fat L's. L standing for lead on this occasion as well.
So tough to get back into this round. You only have 1 smoke on the niko side, so it's not like you can go for those 2 smokes out onto the B site. You might just have to rely on contact, just rely on a quick headshot, maybe a flash. Pace could be their best friend here, but with 30 seconds, OG have cleared out mid. It's almost impossible here for niko unless they land some fantastic shots.
In they go then. They've got some angles and they've got some stereo frags as well. All of a sudden, the numbers are tied up. flameZ is on a flank. NEOFRAG is as well. It's going to be a big duel between flameZ and DGT. Either side of the box. That angle from DGT almost had a chance for a second shot there. flameZ sees nothing just yet as Regali dances behind the box. He's got the info on David. flameZ has the angles now. He's got a grenade as well. But is he brave enough? He's holding the defuse. David's coming around the corner. flameZ commits to it, but he won't be as successful as niko were. And the score will be tied once again. Big fight on the bomb site.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous round for niko to win. The fact that OG don't get a single kill on the hold is so devastating for them. And it's not only that, it's how quickly the site gets run over. And it was just the pace that niko realized they had to rely upon. Down in the 3-on-5, they said, you know what, we'll use some quick util, basic utility, the flash good enough to help them out. And then they play the post plant really solidly, sticking together, getting that trade. flameZ can't do anything in the 1-on-1. Final timeout taken.
Quite a few overtimes today. in Dallas. Intel Extreme Masters. If you're joining us late, if you've seen the score and you're like, ooh, this is the first map of a best of 3 series, the pick of niko Ancient. Mirage has come, the pick of OG Inferno Decider. Should it be required? But who will take this? OG were looking great in the first half of normal time. niko came back with a vengeance. The CT side's the way the power is in the vacuum of this series. 4-on-4, niko on the B bomb side. NEOFRAG dispatched off. Regali has to deliver here, and he will. He always does. 38 frags. 38 frags for Regali. And there may be more to come. 3-on-3. Bomb is planted. niko and flameZ have kits, and Regali continues to hunt. The scope will be heard, but he knows that as well. Look how he's using this gap to find Buddha. Beautiful. That man knows his angles. 3v2. Someone's got to get on that bomb soon. Regali's everywhere. Sees DGT through the smoke, and now they come swarming in. Try loses the angle, and they're on that bomb. Regali is an enigma. 40 kills for him as they take game point.
A naughty 40 from Regali. First top tier LAN he's playing. And he's having this level of performance right now. Hard carrying OG as a stand-in. What a statement this is. And you see just how composed he looks there in the overtime. Ready for every single angle. Uses that tiny gap. He's ready for the push through the smoke. Beautifully played by Regali. But niko still want to fight this one. They're going back to B. All 5 of them towards the B site early. And they're going to commit to this.
So many flashes from both squads. Fika gets the first one. And he goes back to the well for another one. Oh, they are dropping like flies, niko. 4 versus 2 made 1 try versus the world. There are still flashes, still chain flashes coming in. Maybe he saw a silhouette of a player, but he can't get a kill just yet. Oh, NEOFRAG gives one up for free and makes it a 1 versus 2. What was that about? That was sloppy from OG. Surely you don't want to capitulate now. Fiku standing in the smoke with the pistol will be enough. 40 kills, the most kills and the least deaths for Regali. An absolute hero for OG in the first map.